Hey, and welcome back to Wander and Wonder. We're just taking a moment here to appreciate the beauty of nature and think about some things pertinent to the human body and vitality. We all know there's a certain saying that goes around. It's like, oh, I wish, I had money when I was young, or energy when I was old and rich. And trying to find a balance of that is probably it's somewhat important in this life. Just thinking about being able to draw energy into the body, into the experience. And of course, like, we have our dense caloric energy, of the material. Looking at it dualistically, we have an immaterial energy, which is drawn from inspirational experiences. You think about going to a concert or hanging out with a good group of friends or seeing a loved one, and there's something immaterial. It's like a transformation in the space of the personality. To think, hey, and I think that certain philosophies which use visualization for these energies, for these immaterial things, because we realize it must be something, but not all things are material. Like, we know that there's energy. We know, like, we can take heat, for example. It's like, heat is not necessarily a particle itself, but it is a property of a particle. And so we have there a form of energy which requires the physical to manifest, to make itself useful. And so if we think about these energies as inside of us, because they must be somewhere, even if you can't touch them, it's like, so this is a unified sort of philosophy, where non-dualistic, I guess you could say. These things that are inside you, you can channel them through the entire body, and you can break them down into more abstract, less language specific type things. It's like when you get really riled up about something, like, say there's been construction outside of your house for like a week straight, and they're fucking annoying, and they're not showing up on sunny days when they could be working and finishing this thing, and every time you pull out of your driveway, you just get more and more pissed. So it's like, you can feel that inside of you, and it doesn't necessarily have to be tied to all of the language. Like, I am pissed, I can't believe these construction workers won't shut up. Like, all of this, you bring this from the world of language into the world of abstract emotion and feeling and energy. Stripping it down even of its emotional quality, you can see the potential energy in that mood of frustration is extremely powerful. And taking that and I guess channeling it into something useful. And it's like, you don't want anger to be the thing that drives you in this life, but at the same time, is it not better than to not be driven whatsoever? That's why we have been thinking a lot about the concept of emotions being gifts, but not only that, it's like the problems that life throws at you. Like, let it get to you, because there's great power in actually, like, experiencing emotions and processing emotions instead of just pushing it all down. And that's not to say that like having a certain amount of reserve isn't also an honorable quality, because you don't want to be flying off the handle. So it's not that we deny that these emotions exist, it's that we understand what they are, and we are strong enough containers, conscious and physical containers, that we can just deal with this without exploding, without blowing our top. You see how all of these phrases are aligned with, the physical, jar or the physical bottle. It's like, that's why they say, oh, you're keeping your emotions bottled up. It's like, I'm gonna blow my top. Like, we are containers and we are capable of transformation, and the amount of energy in our body is proportional to what our subconscious understands that we will need to exert. We can train the subconscious by acting consciously every single day until an impression is made that convinces the self, not only in terms of muscles and nerve endings, but in terms of conscious application. I guess you could even say subconscious application. That the amount of energy that will be able to be contained by the body, physically, mentally, emotionally, will be greater. And you will have a well to draw from, in a sense, if you need a boost, if you want to use this energy, so whether you're spending energy on physical tasks, especially like working out, because you understand it's like, oh, if I work out, I'm going to train my body to be able to do it better next time. Or if you're expending energy on something creative, they say you get into a manic flow state, and it's like boom. And even without creativity, even without playing music, it's like you can find a flow in such simple things like organization, cleaning, things like that. And so we can always use energies to our advantage to train ourselves to be stronger containers. And we can visualize this energy as abstract in our body and let it like animate us. Like, not let it obviously assume conscious control, because that would be something more akin to possession, but understanding the emotions as abstract, understanding the emotions as energies that can be tapped into, and that have placeholders in the realm of the conscious mind, that we create with language. These can be tapped into. There's a great strength, a great vitality in this. And we have to understand this, like the things that happen to us in this life, the things that make us upset, or the things that inspire us in a positive way. We can strip all definitions, all language away from these things and experience it simply as a feeling. And in a sense, I believe that feeling is more directly related to what the thing is, because language is just a symbol, it's just a representation. And the actual thing is so much sweeter, especially if we feel no pressure to apply the intellect and we just feel what there is to feel. Anyways, that's probably it for today. This has been Wander and Wonder, summer 2023. Take care.